Okay, hello and welcome to another no-budget film review watch-along. And this week we have got INBTWEENRS by Mick Hill Entertainment. But let's get straight into this one. I have not seen any of it, so let's get started.
It's so weird. In the moment, it felt like forever, but looking back, it actually happened so fast.
Exactly.
Everything was so linear. One thing led to another and another and another. The path was so clear and you knew exactly where you were going.
Dude, yes.
I do really like this animation style, very crude. You know, it partly looks like it's done in, MS Paint, but there's a very vintage style about it, and I don't know whether that's just because you shot in the 4:3 aspect ratio as well. But yeah, it's giving me vibes.
And even if you didn't exactly know, you at least knew what you were working towards. Finish middle school to go to high school, and high school to go to college, but after that, 16 years of certainty building to uncertainty.
Deep.
Zane, bro, can you please not?
What? What am I doing?
So that was quite a nice transition. I think it explained why we had this kind of a monologue at the start. Well, it definitely explained it, didn't it? We're in the room with what looks like two university students. Good kind of philosophical opening that, eventually had a meaning, brought us back to reality.
Every time I finish a thought, you add in yours, and it's really messing with me.
My bad, dog.
That's cool, bro. Not even going to trip, I need to finish this. This opportunity.
This part has nothing to do with the film, but it's just something that always grates on me, and it's just a constant problem in all videography work that you get.
Do you ever have this? Or take a picture with lines running across your image? This is called banding, and it happens when you shoot under fluorescent lights or compact fluorescents or LED lights powered by house electricity. How about TVs and computers or digital displays that pulsate? This is called flicker.
If you have another screen that's going to be in the video, like obviously here there's the computer screen. So what often happens is if you end up shooting other devices, more often than not, they're going to be at a different frame rate or a different frequency than your camera. So some screens might be at 60 hertz, some might be at 50 hertz, which means you'll have to adjust your shutter speed. And obviously, you'll have to match your frame rate, which will eliminate that kind of banding effect.
But to give everything ahead of me some clear direction, I look forward to meeting you next week. Thank you.
This is something that I should have commented on earlier, which is the 4:3 aspect ratio, which is obviously adding to the kind of vintage feel of this. I think they're kind of going the extra mile by getting what looks like Windows XP and really selling this kind of 1990s to early 2000s version of America.
Done?
Done.
So, can I get my homie back now?
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. This is important to me.
This is for that Sexpo thing, right?
Expo. Career Expo.
Right. I may not be the sharpest spoon in the drawer.
Knife.
But isn't that kind of bad?
And that right there is exactly where they need someone like me. Someone who can help more effectively communicate their brand. Finally put that major to use, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of that Sexpo thing, though, any luck on finding someone to split the place with us next week?
Oh. I don't know, let's see. Nope. Of course not. But now I know that Lizzie is married.
Lizzie? Lazy Eye Lizzie?
Yes, bro. Married.
Whoa.
This shot I actually think is quite a cool idea, as if we're looking from behind the monitor. And I know that this is probably just a picture with the opacity turned down, but it's I get what you were trying to do, and I think that really works. It's a really creative shot / idea.
Plot twist.
Right? I mean, you got her, you got Tyler Scott, who got drafted by NFL. You got Chloe, who just got a whole house.
A whole crib?
Yeah.
Fetch.
Another thing to point out here is the set dressing. You know, I actually think the messy posters on the wall really sell that this is a university dorm room. And obviously the other thing that sells that is the roommate on the bed. Also, I noticed the CDs on top of the computer desk, which, who has CDs anymore? So well done on either purchasing a load secondhand or finding them in your basement.
Dude, and then it seems like everyone else I know is either, I don't know, partying or traveling.
Well, you know me, and even though I could be partying, I'm here with you instead.
That somehow makes me feel worse, so thanks for that. I mean, if you want to go to some party...
I'm chilling.
I'm not stopping. I go, bro. It's cool. I understand.
I like watching you freak out. It's fun.
I'm not freaking out, bro. I wish I didn't feel like, I don't know, like I was in the waiting lobby of life when everyone else has it figured out.
I got you, dude. But it's just a pic, bro. It doesn't tell the whole story.
Well, I have no photos up, so what story does that tell?
One thing I'm really enjoying about this is that even though you're using a very overused premise of a teenager not quite knowing his place in the world, it's put across so well. And by well, I mean that these feel like two teenagers, especially your lead character here. I feel that he's being very real. And I just think that goes to show that whatever premise you're using, whether it's tried and true or completely original, it really doesn't matter as long as I like the characters.
Oh snap, we got someone.
I don't know whether this is a bad thought, but part of me is thinking, did they already have a copy of Windows XP, or maybe bought a copy of Windows XP, installed it, and got an old CRT monitor? Or have they never upgraded? Because I think that would be very sad. So apologies if that's the case, but it's doing great things for establishing a vibe and setting a time period in this short.
Word?
Yeah. Bubblegum Cutie 123. Still trying to split the place? Yes, that's still the plan. Me and school.
I can also definitely relate to this. I don't know if anyone remembers MSN back in the day. If you're my age, over 35, then you probably will. And if you ever spoke to someone you didn't know, it was always, you know, a complete mystery, and you thought, God, I could be on an episode of To Catch a Predator here.
You said you were a virgin and seemed like you wanted to lose it.
How you doing? Hi. Good. What's your seat running this floor?
It's probably not the right thing to say, is it? Not me on the episode.
What?
Bubblegum Cutie is going to Kexpo 2 and has a friend that's willing to split the place. And they said they're down. Let's do it. They want to meet.
Bubblegum?
Yeah.
When?
Tonight.
Tonight. Ain't this a little sketch though?
Dude, we literally have no other options, eh?
Whatever.
Bro, you got it now?
Yes, sir.
If they're real,
That which lies.
and if they're creeps,
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to...
they don't look like creeps.
Yo,
Harper?
Diggy.
Bubblegum Cutie 123.
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Dude. You know what that is, right? Bro, it's Harper. Harper Coleman? She bullied me in school.
I can also relate to this, you know, when you accidentally reconnect with someone from school and you don't know whether it's a good or a bad thing. I remember speaking to someone and I was like, I remember you were on crutches for a really long time.
Get out the car, bro.
So.
Sexpo. Kexpo. Yeah, so you're interested?
Yeah, business major.
Ah.
Oh, I just didn't take you for the business type, that's all.
So we've gone through quite a lot of this, and I think the reason that I haven't commented is because everything is just pretty solid. You know, the acting is great. It has me invested. And there's nothing too remarkable going on that it demands an amazing performance, but you are keeping me fully invested with the realism of it. Also, cinematography-wise, I actually really like this. Everything about it is screaming nostalgia from the 90s or early 2000s. And I'm here for it.
To help bring this project to life, visit MikeHillEntertainment.com/INBTWEENRS. Auditions will also be available.
So now you tell me this is an unfinished project. I should have got it when it said INBTWEENRS proof of concept. Okay, so that makes more sense. I was about to say this feels like not much happened. Like this was a scene from a film that we're going to explore more of. God, that's disheartening. But look, after all this, after the 8.5 minutes that I watched, very strong. You know, actors are great. I could watch that. I could see what unfolds with two guys and with two girls. Do they end up in relationships? Do they hate each other, then fall in love again? God knows what could happen. I wonder what happened with this project. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they reached their goal. And I mean that genuinely. I'm sorry that didn't happen. The difficult thing here is that I thought I was watching a short film, and in reality, I'm watching a scene from a film. So, kind of feel like you've ruined the whole process now, even though it's my fault. But look, it was good. It was good that I don't regret using that 8 minutes of my life. It's a shame. I don't know what happened next or before. But maybe one day we'll find out. And I guess all I can say for that is good work. The characters were real. The cinematography was good. You definitely created a vibe here. So, great work.